What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another TIS Hitters. We're going to knock this one out of the park. As you can see, it's just myself at the moment. Kurt's out doing some family stuff, so I'll be taking care of this TIS Hitters, episode 29. Let's get straight into it and see what we can gather up on this TIS Hitters and see what we did last week. So, as usual, disclaimer, we are not financial advisors. What we do, what we cover on all our social media platforms, on Cryptofy, Twitter, everywhere else, YouTube, is not to be considered financial advice. Same jargon as usual. You all know how it goes. Let's get straight into it. So the weekly hits, we covered BAT last on the 22nd of the 2nd last month on Series 28, which was last Monday. The entry was 1,034 sats. The current sat value is 1194 with a current 15.47% ROI, and the high was 1196 with a 15.67% ROI on the high, which is very close to where it is right now. I think right now it's at 1191. I'm not too sure if it covered a new high. Let me just check really quickly. It did. It went to 1202, so we have a new high entry, probably about 15.8, 15.9%. So that's awesome to see. And here's the tally that we started calculating on the 19th of January 2021. And the first trade was bot. Then we had true. We did a 55% ROI. We only take half of what the high is. So let's say we go for a big run. Whatever the high was, we put a stop loss at half of that, and then just go from there. True was only a small 2.32% ROI, and BAT was a 7.84% so far. It's a little bit more now, but that's okay. On the calculation is where I got it. And the current ROI or ROE, return on equity, as we are allowing it to compound out, is 71% with $855 total account balance. So let's move on to this week's TIS hit. This week's TIS hit is BQX or Voyager. Current CMC ranking is 52. USD price $6.61. Sat value 14,206 sats. Now the trade setup, attempting to break out, look for an entry on breakout confirmation, so wait for an hourly confirmation or a 4-hourly confirmation, whichever you feel more comfortable with. I'll be sharing that in a second. Or a retest of the last resistance to support range at 11,800 sats with a 5% stop loss in case it free falls from there, because it can happen. BQX has been going for a run. I know TIS caught it at about 5,000 sats, and then it called a sell at about 12,000 sats from memory. And now it's calling another buy. So, well, not calling, but recommending to look at it at that current position. The 24-hour trading volume is 453 BTC. TIS ping, we have 1 time short-term buy. The buy rating is a 7 out of 10, as this seems to just have some good gas into it. Maybe it's over, maybe it isn't, but let's check it out. So let's go ahead and grab that. There's BAT there for you. And there's the new high achieved, just so I can show you guys as well. Just now, if we go to the last, in a minute candles, there it is, with the high at 1202 sats. So higher than what we have recorded on our end. Let's just bring up, this is cryptostat.org. If you guys don't know it is part of your package. The 195 package, you get 1 month free worth of this to check it out. And that will be rolling out today to the people on the waiting list. So for the people that have been waiting on the waiting list, which I think is close to 2,000 people, you will have that opportunity today. So we can see here, let's bring it up, BQX. I think the numbers did not look that great for BQX from a percentage, price percentage change. There you go, there it is. But the buyer's percentage change in the last 24 hours is up 40.1% with the price change at 13.4%. If we look at the tokenomics of this, we have a circulating supply of 222 million tokens, or 222 million, and they're all there. So the total and the circulating is all there. So the price and the current market cap is based on that. You can see the all-time high price is $12.47, and the sat value-wise is 78,700 sats, which happened in January 6, 2018. So this has a long way to go from a sat perspective, but we're not too sure on where it's going to end up right now. So let's go and check out the chart really quickly. So there it is. There's that breakout that we're going to look for. So if we throw a horizontal line on top, and look how it rejected the double tweezer tops on the hourly as well. Rejected there, Now it can either sit in this range here and try and find a range before it tests again, or where we might be looking for it to come back down to this range here and be entering in this range here somewhere, a bounce off that or a wick onto that and out, with a 5% SL underneath it, just in case you know, it just keeps on free falling and we lose this trend that it's been covering. So we have like 1, 2, 3 pivots, 4 pivots actually in a price channel. Let's try and get a price channel up on this, or parallel channel. Oh, okay, that's a bit steep, but we'll use it. We'll use it. So there it is as well. There's your little parallel channel. It's not perfect the way I've laid it out, but it will do the job. You can probably give this a little bit of a line up on this pivot here, and you can see we didn't really manage to touch that because we've come back down to this cluster here and turned it into a support range rather than a resistance range, and flick back up and trying to test at the moment. So let's just see what it does. Keep your eyes on it. It does seem like a decent trade here. There's 2 entry points, either on a breakout confirmation or on a wick on this, or in a cluster in here in this range, and then with a 5% stop loss just in case. You can choose your stop loss, but you know, 5% is decent, especially if you're going in with a decent amount. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it on TIS hitters. I hope you guys are enjoying the Unify craziness at the moment. It's really awesome. We've had a new all-time high from a dollar perspective, new all-time high from a SAT perspective. I hope you guys have been keeping up within Discord and seeing all the charts have been dropping there. With the ascending triangle was so perfect on that thing, with it testing back and down and touching it and picking back up. Let's actually go and have a look at that really quickly. I might just bring that up and show you guys what we're looking at. So this is the hourly right here, and we have this ascending triangle formation. Now a lot of people seem to be confused about why I put 78 sats as the top of that. Now this is very important. This is where we rejected last time. So this is initially the first one when we first made it a secret token from November, 30th of November I think it was, or 1st of, yeah, somewhere in here, 1st of December, depends on what time zone you are. But it was in there, I think it was 21,000 sats, so it was in this range here. So we essentially managed to get a nice pullback for you guys. We waited it out, and then we got it in here. Now, if we grab a horizontal line, and the like important point here is we went for 80,000, we dropped, and then we tested. We tried to test again, but we failed at 78,000 on the top of this pivot, this candle right here on that wick, right? And you can see from there onwards, we never ever got it out. We had that symmetrical triangle drawn. We fell out of it. We didn't manage to go over it. We covered that as well on our TIS hitters. And then we formed this major, huge cup and handle. This is massive, a massive cup and handle formation right here. It's insane how big this thing is and how long it went for. Usually with alts, we don't see these that big, to be quite honest. We had a retrace. I think we hit 50% or so. But on our bodies, we were about 38-40%, which is still okay. We pushed to test that, and then we fell back down. If we look here, we got that blue line at 78,000. We touched the top of the cups thing. We came back down, and then we pushed right out of it. Now, the importance of this is I drew this line, this horizontal line, using that last pivot and this actual wick right here. Right, because we broke out of it, we came back down, and then we sat. This is a pivotal point. This is a meaningful point in this chart where it's trying to find what it wants to do. And we can see here, we bounced off a few times, we broke out. Who's to say we're not going to come back down to 84,000 or so, about here, 83, 84,000, and then push back up? Or this can just blow out because the books are so thin. But if we look at the ascending triangle formation that happened there, it was just perfect. It really was absolutely perfect. And we can see we touched it again. We smacked that there, and then we picked right back up again. And you know, we shared this with you guys through Discord. We shared it on Facebook. And when I say we, even if I'm sharing it, it's the team. It's Cryptofy. Everything we do is Cryptofy. You know, we're one team. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm sharing it, if Kurt's sharing it, whoever it is. It all comes down to the same thing. So there's that ascending triangle that we were talking about, and it's just absolutely insane. Now, when I did a live for Discord, for a whole Discord group, and we covered Unify and the percentages based on dollar movements from that cup and handle versus the BTC movement on that cup and handle, and we got a target range of about 100 USD, which is funny because that should be a major psychological level for a lot of people. So expect some sort of action in that range. So what I'm talking about is on the dollar side, this cup and handle has played out way earlier than it has on the sat value side. You see, there's that. This is where we're at right now. We're in this range here, right? Does that make sense? So this is what the BTC chart looks like right now. We had those pivotal moments there. We came back down. We've broken out of that cup and handle, and we're sitting in this range. But if you look, we're much higher than where we were or where we are on that chart. So try and cover this onto the BTC stack side. So it's really interesting that I covered that, and this was literally sitting at 100 USD because that will be a psychological level. Now BTC has also fallen. So at this SAT level right now, when we covered that, this would probably be about maybe another, let's say 20% of that. So about $48, $50 USD for Unify USDT pair if BTC had just held its own. But at the moment, it hasn't. So unless it goes back to that range, that's what we're looking for at this current moment. So about 50% of the way from that calculation based on the drop, based on the push up, on the cup and handle formation. So it's been a fun ride for sure. And yeah, just try and enjoy it. Don't be gambling. There's a lot of knowledge in Cryptofy. There's a lot of knowledgeable people as well there that are sharing their ideas and what they're looking at. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end it on here. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys have a great week as well. And we'll be seeing you guys sooner than expected, I believe. Just a little tip or a little hint. But yeah, guys, cheers. Thank you. And catch you all soon. Take care. Bye.